What's up to all of our incredible Dream Team members here at South Bay Church? I wanted to take a moment to celebrate what God did this last weekend, and then I want to share with you a couple exciting things that are coming up here at South Bay. First of all, you needed to know last weekend was the biggest weekend in the history of our church aside from holidays. Get this, we had 2,129 people come through our doors, and that's unbelievable to think our church just launched less than 8 years ago, to see all that God has done. I'm most excited about the lives, though, that Jesus is changing. On Sunday, 21 people got baptized, but 14 of them decided on the spot to take the step. Michael from the life group that I'm in made a decision just a couple of weeks ago to fully yield his life to Jesus. He comes out of a really rough background, and God saved him in a very supernatural way. And on Sunday, when the appeal for baptism came, Michael's like, "Today's my day." So he went forward, got in the water. It was a cool moment to see him come up with joy and knowing that Jesus is changing his life. This guy's starting to bring his roommates. He's inviting them as friends, and God's already using his life to make a difference. And none of this would have happened without you. As you serve in the parking lot, as you're pushing buttons in production, as you're holding babies, as you're inviting and bringing your friends, God's using you to impact eternity. And it's awesome that we get to do this together. So thank you for serving. Thank you for praying. Thank you to all of you who brought your friends this weekend. God's doing an amazing work. Also, I wanted to share with you some exciting things that are coming up. First of all, you've already heard about the Grow Track. We're in the middle of launching Grow Track. It happens every week after our services at every campus, and we have 4 parts of the Grow Track. The first Sunday of every month, we talk about how do you know God, and we challenge people to take the step to be baptized and commit their life to Jesus. The second week, we talk about finding freedom, and we encourage people to get connected into a life group. The third week, we talk about discovering purpose. We help people find their gifts and get connected into the Dream Team. And then in the fourth week, we talk about making a difference, where we encourage people, if they've yet to do so, to start serving. And then we help people take that step to start trusting God with their generosity. So this is huge for us because historically, we've had a lot of new people coming, a lot of people making decisions to follow Jesus. And we've asked the question, how do we most effectively help all these people grow and take their next steps? Grow Track is our solution for that. And it's important for us as leaders to model the way with what we're asking other people to do. So I want to ask you over these next 4 months to join with the rest of our Dream Team to make sure you go through Grow Track, and then to encourage the people on your teams to take that step, because we believe that this process is going to help them in their journey spiritually. Now, secondly, with what's coming up, I want to make sure you know on March 19th, we're launching a very important service here for us, or series for us as a church, called Multiply. Multiply is going to be all about generosity, trusting God with the money and the resources that He's already given to us. Malachi talks about when God gives us a blessing, if we trust Him with the tithe, He says, see if I won't fling open the windows of heaven and give you so much blessing that you don't know what to do with it. And I think a lot of times people in general and followers of Jesus miss out on God's blessing because they hold back financially. So I believe God's going to use this season in our church in a huge way as we challenge and encourage our church as a whole to start putting God first with our money. To make this easier and more practical, we started partnering with an organization called PushPay. PushPay is going to be a great tool for all of us to be more consistent in our giving. So PushPay is a resource. It's an app. You can go to southbaychurch.org/giving, and you can find all about how to use PushPay, how to start automating your generosity. And every week now, as we launch a new app coming out, PushPay will be integrated into that. And we're encouraging everybody who previously was using Fellowship One to go in, cancel their Fellowship One giving, and start automating through PushPay. Stacy and I have done it. I'm really bad technologically. I was blown away. I did it in like 2 to 3 minutes on my phone, and I was like, this is unbelievable. It makes me want to give even more. And I'm excited to see, as we all take that step, how God's going to bless it. So I encourage you, like our staff, obedience with our finances is so important, and it's easy to miss it when we're so busy. So when we take that step to automate it, it's like we partnered it with God to say, I want to make sure that this happens in my life. Just like a date night, Stacy and I have a date night on a weekly basis. I want to automate my generosity so that I don't miss it. So I want to encourage you, when you finish watching this video, after you celebrate all God did last weekend through you, go ahead right now and automate your generosity, and let's model the way and watch God use this season in our church to unleash His resources to help us accomplish the Great Commission together. Hey, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for all that we get to do together, and believing the best of what God wants to do is in front of us. Thank you for your investment in this vision and your investment in this church.